there are two grave mistakes that mothers can make. And the first one is seasoned moms thinking they know everything. And the second one is a first time mom thinking they know everything. And neither of those are true. Like, you just need to know that nothing will humble you more than motherhood. So when like older mothers think they know everything and they meet a new mom who is trying to learn or maybe thinks she knows everything, you kind of like get like, "Oh, bless your heart, you'll figure it out at some point. Haha, isn't she cute?" Like, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. That's not constructive. That's not going to change the fact that she probably really needs help, and she is probably panic and perfectionism, and she's only experienced that kind of child, and so she has no pool of knowledge that you actually have. And because your ego thinks that you know everything, that you somehow can, oh, well, you don't want any help anyway, and you just want to be a real jerk about it. Like, none of that is actually going to help. The reality is there are some people out there, like, I have 9 children. My number 7, he didn't sleep at night. He just was not a sleeper. Up until that point, I would have told you, like, I thought it was, like, funny when people would be like, "Oh, my baby's up all night." I'm like, "Okay, like, up all night, like, up and down?" No, I had no idea until I was in the trenches with number 7, who didn't wanna sleep for an entire year. Like, I don't remember that entire period of time because it was crazy. And I would have thought that if a first time mom said that to me, like my baby was up all night, I would have been like, okay, all right, calm down. You just wait. But then when I was humble, I was like, oh, they are. Now take that to the first time mom. If she only knows a baby that has been up all night, then that also seems like that's all she knows. So when she hears that like babies sleep, she doesn't quite understand that yet. So she's thinking that this is just what having a newborn is like, and it's not. You just got a crabby baby, and it's nobody's fault, but that's all you know because you don't have the collective knowledge yet. If both of those ideas come in with ego, then nobody's actually going to learn. But if you start to say like, how much it would help a first-time mom who had that crabby, wakey baby to say, "Not every baby's like that. Don't be scared." Because I only had 1 out of 9 who was like that. Some people have 2 that are like that, but there's a very high likelihood you're gonna have a totally different baby next time, and it's not gonna have colic, and it's not gonna be too fussy, and it's not gonna only want a contact nap, and it might be one that just loves its swing. It might be one that just loves whatever. You're gonna have a totally different child next time. That is truly what's helpful for that first-time mom. It's not the idea of like, "Oh, you just wait." That doesn't help anybody. I don't know. I think some of the seasoned moms really need their egos to go away and then also realize that we were all first-time moms. Like, nobody ever just is, like, born, like, a second-time mom. Like, you have to go through that first-time mom, let your ego die, and then move on to second, third, and fourth. And then if people had a really difficult baby with their first one, and then decide not to go on and have any more, like, don't be a jerk about it. That's their choice. They had a really rough time in the beginning of motherhood. You don't have to be, like, no, you should try again because no. We don't need to overlay our experience onto everybody else's experience because we all have to walk our own path. We don't have to immediately assume that the other person is wrong because it doesn't look like us. Again, it's ego. Like, you need to die to that part of your ego because we don't have to mirror everybody else's experiences, even in motherhood, despite the fact that it is a woman giving birth to a child, that we don't have to have the same collective experience in order to be able to push wisdom forward. So yeah, I agree. We should stop eating the young.